Welcome to the wild top end of Australia. We are in the middle of an adventure of a lifetime, tackling remote four-wheel drive tracks. That's not good. Encountering incredible wildlife.
Look at the size of this thing.
Fishing the untouched waters of Arnhem Land.
Oh, what is going on?
And camping in some of the most spectacular Indigenous places that we have ever seen. Welcome to the last frontier. Well, it's just another wild day in the NT. We're on corroboree houseboats at the moment, and well, I don't think it gets much better than this. We came on the houseboats just to have a relaxing day because this afternoon we've actually got a wild journey to do. But if you look behind me here, this is one of the wildest views that I've ever seen. There is, well, hundreds of saltwater crocodiles behind me. The bird life is just insane. We're wrapping into a bacon egg sandwich. You can just tell today's going to be wild. Not many places you can have brekkie, have a few big salties just swimming past in the morning. This joint's actually wild. Look at him just cruising past. That is so nuts. Hey big boy, how are ya? Oh, look at the size of this thing. Must be going out. Tide just come up. It's going out to get a feed. That is nuts. So we ended up staying the night on this houseboat. We were cruising up last night. The sunset was absolutely off tap, just with the water. There was no wind around. We were sort of croc spotting the whole way down. We got to this one spot and you could just see the eyes of hundreds of crocodiles. This is insane. So we got this saltwater crocodile sitting on the bank, and if you look back down this creek here, there is just eyes and eyes. They are all saltwater crocodiles, guys. The corroboree Billabong is a part of the Mary River wetlands. It's famous for its high concentration of saltwater crocodiles. In fact, the corroboree Billabong has the highest concentration of saltwater crocodiles in the world. The Billabong is a vital part of the Northern Territory ecosystem, hosting more than 280 different bird species in the area. It's also home to the most expansive breeding grounds for magpie geese in the world. You could spend days exploring these wetlands, but with an adventure awaiting us this afternoon, it was time to take the houseboat back, jump in the cars and head off to our next mission. Well boys, it's another beautiful morning in the NT. I've actually got a little surprise for you guys today.
What are we talking, mate? What's on the cards?
So the other day, I actually was lucky enough to go up in a chopper with my mate Cameron. We went and scouted out this spot, this local spot in the Nitmillik National Park called Catherine Gorge. We were flying over there in the chopper, absolutely beautiful. There was waterfalls, water holes, all throughout. I've actually managed to get some canoes for the boys, and we're going to take those canoes up and go to a beautiful little campsite that he's told me about.
Oh, you're joking. If there's anything like the last joints we've been to, it's going to be unreal.
Yeah, I'm very keen. It's going to be one of those days. As you guys come down that little rock section there, just take it slow. A little bit of a river crossing as we come out of here.
That sounds bloody epic, Jamie. A couple of the pilots actually in town the other day were talking about there's a few barramundi and stuff up there, and maybe a few black brim too. It's definitely take the fishing gear up and see if it matches Arnhem Land, eh?
Yeah, how good would that be? A few fish with the boys, kayaking up a beautiful river system. I reckon we've got an absolute action-packed day ahead. Let's get out there. Catherine Gorge was renamed Nitmillik Gorge about 30 years ago when it was handed back to its traditional owners. Nitmillik Gorge is made up of 13 different gorges, many different waterfalls and rapids that run down towards the Daly River. The 23 million-year-old Nitmillik Gorge is home to the Jawoyn people, hosting a large amount of cultural significance and many Dreamtime stories that took place throughout the area. Well, it's not every day you get to kayak through this beautiful gorge system with your mates flicking for fish. We've just been carrying these canoes all the way through these gorges. We've finally made it here. This is the fourth gorge. I'm going to take you guys with us up to the campsite. It's meant to be an absolutely beautiful spot. This is what we're dealing with here. We've got all these rocks to go. The boys just got to cart these canoes all the way up through it. Oi! In the drink. Bit of current about it. Yeah, chuck it here, big man. Oh, bloke's foot stuck in a rock.
Not ideal.
Boys are still struggling through. Here he is, the old dog paddle. So this is a little archer fish, and if you've ever seen an archer fish before, what they'll basically do is they'll sit in the water like this. They get water in their mouth and they look up at the trees and they'll shoot any little insect going past. Insect will fall in the water and that'll be their dinner. Let's get this bloke back in the water. See you, mate. How good. Let's keep punching on this gorge. Here we go. How's this? Beautiful little black brim just on that Barra 80. It's a brand new look. That's not good. But anyway, that's a little black brim on that Barra lure. I'm gonna chuck him back, keep having a flick, hopefully try and catch an actual barra. Marco's on a dog. What do you reckon, Marco?
Yeah, good. What's the spot?
It's giving him some.
This is going off here, lads. Cracker.
Nice little fish here. This could be the first barra of the trip. We just stopped off for this beautiful little spot here. Let's get him on the bank. That is absolutely beautiful little pup barra on that little TB80. Andy's just got another fish in the background. This is such a cool little waterhole we got here. I'm gonna chuck this guy back, try and get something a little bit bigger. This is such an awesome experience.
Flicking along the edge here. Beautiful black brim. How's that? Absolutely beautiful fish. Let's get him back in the water. Get some water in those gills. There he goes, takes off again. Beautiful fish.
Another fish. Literally as Indy releases his, this is only a little black brim though.
He's having a troll, mate.
That's not how you tie an FG knot. I just cast my lure and it just smacks straight into the wall. Snap the knot.
Big barra troll. Bit of a bust up, ladies and gentlemen. 6th tangle of the day. It's all around me. Caught everywhere. Trying to fix it out because I know there's a metre barra coming. I'll be the first you watch.
Nath, bring the old yak up for us. Let's go, my buddy. Let's head upstream. It's gonna be fun. Then we got some rapids up here. As you guys will see just over here, you've got all these sand sections in the gorge. Now there's actually freshwater crocodiles, and in the wet season there's saltwater crocodiles in here as well. So all of these sand sections are actually home to crocodile nests, well, freshwater crocodile nests. Pretty cool spot right here. We've just stopped to sort of take it in. There's just no noises. We're pretty remote right now. I think we're near the 5th gorge, and it's honestly just breathtaking. If you look all around us here, you've got these massive gorges, just so many different patterns and colors. And as far as you can see out there, the terrain just keeps going. It's incredible, honestly.
We've been paddling for probably an hour, hour and a half now. Haven't come across a single soul. It's unbelievable, really. Like, it just doesn't get any better. Wait, lads, how's this Heath running along here?
What? Heath what?
Heath Ledger.
Oh, a few hours of paddling will do that to you, lads. Cheers to that.
As we made our way up this beautiful gorge system, taking in the breathtaking scenery, we slowly made our way to camp for the night. It didn't take me long to ditch the canoe and go for an explore on foot to see what I could find.
Just sort of making my way up from camp, which is down there. I'm gonna try and make it up on top of this escarpment here. Give you guys a bit of a view of this canyon from up above. It is bloody hard going though, trying to get up these rocks. Just got the wet sack backpack on the back. Keep all my stuff in it, some food and water, because I'm not really sure how long this trek's gonna take. Just really gotta watch for snakes through this area. If we get whacked out here, probably not much chance of survival. We're pretty remote. Bit of a drop behind me. Let's go. Here we are. Look at that, ladies and gents. I'll get up top here for a bit of a better view, but that is what we're dealing with. It is just so flat and beautiful out here for miles and miles. Let's go take a look at this gorge. It's a cool thing to be able to hike to the top of a gorge and have a view like that. Nitmalik National Park, ladies and gents. Oh, wow. Wow, you can just see the fish down there. You got Jolie having a bit of a flick down the bottom, coming around. This gorge just extends for kilometers and kilometers and kilometers, full of fish life, black brim, barramundi. Honestly, ladies and gents, when I think of the Northern Territory, this is exactly what comes to mind. Just vast waterways with incredible marine life. You've got places like this where there is absolutely no one around. The scenery is just amazing. And that is exactly why we wanted to come up to the Northern Territory and shoot this series. Tell you what, this is exactly what I live for. Just incredible rock formations through here. Just sheer cliffs, literally sheer. Okay, this is nuts, guys. So obviously this place here is home to the Jawoyn people. Now, if you look just carefully here, you'll actually see rock paintings. Now, that there looks like a bit of a turtle. I honestly can't even begin to explain how much respect I have for the Jawoyn people and the indigenous people who used to live out here. It's just such a harsh environment, but so, so beautiful. All right, I'm gonna keep heading on. I think it's fascinating, the rich history through these landscapes here. This land was actually created by a Jawoyn ancestor called Buller. Now Buller created all of the land through here, through hunting and fishing, etc. And that's how it is what it is today. The gorge systems and the river systems all through here were created by the rainbow serpent, or Billabong. He came all the way through this river system here, and he lays at the second gorge in about 30 meters of water. Absolutely incredible. To be allowed to be on this Jarwin land, well, let's just say I'm very, very grateful.
Winnie, nice one.
What an absolutely beautiful sunset just going down behind me here. The boys are just having a last flick for the day. It's just been one of those days. I swear the Northern Territory is just full of surprises. To be able to fish in these gorges, to be able to share these memories with the boys, doesn't get old. We've got mattresses on the ground with sleeping bags. We're going to camp underneath the stars tonight, and with a small moon like that, I reckon we're going to have an absolute show with the stars. That's going to be it, guys. We're going to get some sleep. We're going to get some food into us. We're going to kayak up these gorges in the morning, and then we're going to head into Kakadu for the next episode. Hope to see you guys there. It's going to be a long night, I think. This is our bed for the night. Got this super thin mattress here. Just going to lay that on this probably 30-degree cliff. That's going to be us. Probably get whacked up by these ants and some midges as well, but this is living.
That is not comfy at all. Got a full arch in my back.
I think the other boys have just found a little spot around the corner here that might be a little bit comfier. See what their setup's like. Found Indy. I think he's fast asleep. Here's Indy's set up for the night. He's even got his little life jacket as a pillow.
Yeah, boy.
It's going to be a long night for you, Indy, or are you loving it?
Loving it, mate. That's what you want.
On the dirt with a life jacket as a pillow.
On the next episode, we tackle the infamous Cahill's Crossing to head to the remote West Arnhem Land. 3 local Indigenous rangers have given us a challenge to try and open a track that they say hasn't been driven in years. With the help of Elliot and the boys, we forged our way through some of the wildest terrain that we have ever seen. Let's just say this one wasn't easy. We'll see you next time on The Last Frontier.